Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We can hear you.
Okay, that's great. My name is Emmanuel Okeke. I'm a smart contract developer. Sometime September last year, I was part of this bootcamp. And I expect you, the next bootcamp, I expect you guys will be the one that is going to be doing the teaching. I hope you will. That's great. So what we are going to learn is we are going to do a deep dive into Cairo programs. It's the fundamental of whatever we are going to do. Let me kick off my slide so we'll see what we are going to cover in this course. Okay. If you can see my slide, please, please give me an emoji, a thumbs up. That's great. So, like I said, my name is Emmanuel Okeke, a smart contract developer. I'm an alumni of this beautiful project. Now, the topics we are going to cover today: understanding Cairo programs, writing your first Cairo program, data types and structures in Cairo, control flow and functions in Cairo, memory management in Cairo, and we will solve some exercise. After this whole teaching, we have some exercises to look into. Now, what is a Cairo program? Before I go further, how many of you are conversant with JavaScript? You can write code with JavaScript or Python or any other language. Let me go with that. Any other language. That's good, guys. That's good. Fine. What we are going to do, you know, every program, they have the same. Once you have a hands-on on a program, you know how to program in a particular language. Learning another one is not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. You just try to understand their syntax and their data structure. You're good to go. So that's the same with Cairo. Like I said, September last year, I was part of this cohort and I'm teaching. And I assure you, I know that the next cohort that is coming, you guys will be part of the ones that will be doing the teaching. So, Cairo programs simply a set of instruction written in Cairo programming language that define a series of computations to be executed. We have some key features of Cairo program is stateless, no access to the Starknet VM or persistent state. Every Cairo program always includes a main entry point defined as function main. I assure you one thing in this course, we will do some hands-on coding. Very, very simple, straightforward hands-on coding. Very easy to understand. It will really prepare you to really understand how Cairo works. Once you understand how it works, being a Cairo Starknet developer won't be a problem. So that's what I'm going to do in this course. Anything we read, we will demonstrate it in code, and a very simple code for that matter, that will make you, that will really help your muscle memory to remember things and be the best developer you can be. Okay. Since we have Scab installed on our machine, please code along with me. Like I promised you, it's going to be very simple. Our first Cairo program. Let us lay the foundation. Now, do it. I hope my terminal is coming out clear. Great, 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 great. Nice one, nice one. Now I make a directory, mkidr. Then I name the GIDA. I cd into GIDA. To initialize a Cairo program is scab init. Enter. I hope you are following along. Who has have followed the step of what I've done? Scab init. Code along with me. Now, it gives us two options. By default, we have Starknet Foundry and we have Cairo test. For the purpose of this class, we'll go for Cairo test. I've selected it. I've clicked enter. Now I want to open my VS Code. I type code.enter.
I think they said you are a bit too fast, so you can like give them a little minute to, catch up with you.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Like I promised, we'll code along. No one is going to be left behind. You know, you are going to be the next people that are going to take the next bootcamp.
So I think the best thing is those of you that can, please code along. Don't wait to watch the video later because you will have issues, and this is the best time it can be treated. So just open up your terminal, and initialize your Cairo project. You can see the screen and it's pretty clear. So make a directory, enter the directory, and then initialize the Cairo project. Good. So I think a good number of people are coding along. So make sure you're following. If at any point you are lost or he seems too fast, call his attention. So it's going to be a practical class, not just theoretical. Love it. Please go ahead, Emmanuel.
Cool. Okay, now let's look at the folder structure. We have src folder. We have the git ignore. We have the scab toml. You know what the git ignore means? It means, let's see what's even inside. Nothing for now. There's nothing. Okay, target. It simply means that's where you put information that you want to keep private. You don't want it to be hosted or live on the GitHub. Now we have the toml. These are where you keep the dependencies, dev dependencies, the package, and the normal dependencies. This is where you keep them. As time goes on, we'll be writing codes inside the
Excuse me. They ask you to increase it a bit. Increase your terminal a bit.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. How is it? How is it now?
You can give thumbs up or comment if it's okay.
I hope it's okay now. Okay, that's good. Now let us look at the src folder. Now we have the lib.cairo. See here, the lib.cairo is the root of Cairo program, is the root of all Cairo programs. Very important, very important. As we go along, you will see, you will remember I told you is very, very important. So for the essence of this course, we'll delete everything in this lib.cairo file. And we are going to write our first program in Cairo. function main curly brackets print. You know, that's one thing I like this tab. It can give you some auto suggestions. Who is here now? I hope you've typed this code. Some people are not really. Grace Amara, I hope you are following. Okay, now we want to run this code on the terminal because this instruction is saying print line. It means that you want us to run this code on the terminal and see what the output gives.
Excuse me, instructor. You can check the info message. I think some people are a bit behind. If you can just give a bit refresh so that they can catch up.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. So please, if there is any way you are left behind, because this is the foundation of whatever you are going to do on this ecosystem. This is the foundation. So no one gets left behind. No one. Please, if at any point you don't understand anything or I'm being too fast, please and please draw my attention. Please. You get it today. You have gotten it forever. Please.
Check the in-call messages, the latest messages.
Okay. Can we see it? Okay. You want me, David Sule, you want me to start from afresh from this point?
I think this is what he wants to see. Yeah, that part.
Okay. I will think I'll have to maybe. Remember, you choose Cairo test. Make directory mkdir GIDA, or you can name your folder whatever you want to name it. But as long as you cd into this the folder you named, then you run scab init. Then you choose Cairo test. You use your arrow key to choose it. After that, code dot to open up your VS Code. David, how far have you gone?
Please,
please, if you're having an issue, please let me know.
Okay, please.
Where are you now?
Make the IR isn't working on my Ubuntu Ubuntu terminal. It's telling me that command not found.
Okay. See what you do. Just create a folder the normal way you can create a folder and open it up in the terminal. It must not be mkdir. That's the way I like to do it. Just open up a folder, create a folder, and open them. Use the terminal to open the folder. You understand what I mean? Just the same normal way you create a folder, create the folder, then use your terminal to open the folder.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you type the command scab init.
Okay. Doing that now.
Okay. Beautiful. Great. That's good. Now, this is the VS Code. Now, for you to run a Cairo program, this is the command you use. Scab Cairo dash run. Scab Cairo dash run. Let me send it to the on the call.
I've created a folder and I've opened it through my terminal, terminal in the Ubuntu.
Okay.
Okay. So what's next? So what's next to do?
Have you typed? You have to open your VS Code. Have you typed? Okay, please come again. Where are you now? You said you did what?
Okay. I should open the folder through my VS Code.
Yes, open the. No. Okay. See, have you the folder you created? You have to be inside that folder and type this command scab init.
Okay, sir.
Inside that folder, because it's the folder where we're going to run the exercises we are going to do.
Okay, on it.
So inside that folder, you run scab init.
Unmute and speak. What is wrong?
Okay. Can anyone hear me? Good evening, everyone.
Moses, good evening.
Okay, I ran scab init. It didn't work, so I gave dash name, then another name. Hope it's still the same thing.
There are ways to do it, but I just there are many ways. Yeah, but
Okay.
did it run? There are two ways of doing it. I'm just taking. I just want to teach you one way. This is the simplest way. This is the way I use or when I'm coding. It's very easy. It's very simple.
Okay. Yeah, my own.
I want all of us to be. See, I want all of us to be on the same page so that if we encounter an error, we know how to go about it. You understand? We investigate. We are developers. We are going to be debugging most of the time. So just follow my steps.
Okay, I will do that now.
Okay.
Okay, please, sir, can you show me? Can you show us the screen of your terminal again? The terminal.
Okay. Scab. Should I send this thing to you?
No, as in show display your terminal screen, as in your terminal on the screen.
This is the terminal.
Because right now I'm
for the instructions.
Okay, because
right now.
Because right now I'm at the Cairo test. I've chosen Cairo test as default right now. So what's next? I've chosen Cairo test as default. What's next?
Okay, you've done that. Beautiful.
I've chosen Cairo test.
Then type.
So
fine.
Yeah,
now open up your VS Code. How I do mine, I type code dot. If you can look at my terminal, that's it. I type code dot. Then it will fire up the VS Code.
Okay.
Please, we have to code along. Like I said, this part of this program is the foundation. Once you get it, you have almost gotten 50, let me say 60%.
Okay,
so one of the code things.
Sorry, I've done the code dot, but it's saying command not found, because I'm using a Windows system, but I installed the WS.
Okay, maybe okay. Yeah. Okay, now do you know what you do?
Okay.
Because sometimes when you're installing your VS Code, you didn't put the options for the code dot to open on the once you fire it up on the terminal for your VS Code to open. Now open that folder using VS Code. Left click, then open with VS Code. It's the same thing.
Yes,
it's the same thing.
I've done that.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Now type this function, our first function. fn main bracket, then curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket, type println hello world. Just once you type PRI. It will give you some suggestions. Then you choose this.
Nothing. I really want to ask if there are extensions that can help us with the Cairo program, like the extensions that can help us maybe building and all those.
Yes. Okay, the extension. Yeah, we have some extensions. Cairo, let me give you one. Then search extensions, type Cairo 1.0. Cairo 1.0. Click on the extension button, then you will see the search bar. Then type Cairo 1.0. I have it already installed, so I hope we all got that. Cairo 1.0, the extension, please do it. It helps a lot. Ife Diniru.
Please, do we really need to be using a hotspot to run the codes? Like, do we need internet for the codes to work?
Sure. Samuel has even gone ahead of us. Who has run his own code? If you follow the instructions I've given, you will see a hello world displayed. Beautiful. Kingsway, thank God. That's a nice one. Who else?
Please, can I see your screen? Where you wrote the code on your screen?
Okay, I'll do that now.
Right.
I wanted to paste it, but no. You are going to write the codes yourself. Type it one by one so that it helps your muscle memory.
I don't know, so my own is saying command not found. Like I used git bash to do it. It's saying command not found. Then like the scap Cairo run. And it's saying command not found. Then I use the WSL as the terminal this thing. It's saying Cairo run not found.
Cairo run not found. That means maybe you haven't properly installed SCAP. If you have SCAP properly installed, this won't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem. I'm afraid you don't have it properly installed. Because if SCAP is properly installed, you know, we sent a tutorial on how to do it on different operating systems, both WSL, Linux, and Mac systems. It's important.
You know, it actually works. It's been working before now, though. Like I used the scab new to create this whole file and forward. Like on the Ubuntu.
Scab new.
I use scab new.
Okay. You type the command. Wait. Okay. Let me get you. You type scab new, then the name of the project.
And it's open. It created the project which I'm using now.
Okay, no problem. Now on the terminal, on your vscode terminal, open your terminal. Press Ctrl J. On your VS Code.
Which is better? Sorry, should I use git bash or PowerShell on the VS Code terminal?
I'm using bash.
Okay. Is it Ctrl J?
Just Ctrl J, the terminal will open. Or you do it, you can use your mouse and select the terminal.
Okay, it's
just
open.
Ctrl J.
I did it.
Beautiful. Then type scab Cairo -run. It has to run. Wow. You are the one that is having this issue.
I think you should share the screen.
Okay. Can you all?
I have an input.
I think he's not putting that dash. You should put
Okay,
that dash. Are you putting dash?
I sent the command. I think I sent the command here. Send the command.
The thing is, you should check if it's in the project folder.
Yes, yes. Did you? Yeah, it's true. Did you see into that project,
I didn't
into that folder?
I didn't do that, sir.
Yeah,
I'm doing it now.
You know, you know, see, you can choose. We are laying foundations here. Whatever I do, just try to follow that. Even if you don't like, just follow it. There will be a time you can do whatever you want, because if you follow steps that I'm showing you, when we encounter an error, we will collectively know where the error is coming from, and we know how to solve it. Now, after you must have gotten the basics, you can now do it your own way. But for the purpose that we are learning, I will just advise you to calm down. Don't to experiment for now. Just follow the steps I follow. Just follow it little by little. Just keep on following it, so that if we encounter any error, we know how to troubleshoot it. We know how to debug it. Then after the whole program, you can now decide, this is the way I like to do it. I prefer this. I like this. I like this. You can now move from there.
Okay, sir.
If Diniru, what are you saying? Should I change to Ubuntu? What kind of operating system are you using?
I'm using normal Windows, sir.
Wow.
Like in the vscode terminal. I mean, sorry, it wasn't Ubuntu I wanted to type, like WSL, because I have PowerShell, I have Git Bash, I have WSL here.
Okay. Now you have not installed WSL. Okay,
I have command prompt and Ubuntu too.
Okay. You mean now your system doesn't have WSL?
I have it here. Like what I'm saying is on
Excuse
the.
me, sir.
Sir?
Excuse me, sir. I have a suggestion.
What?
Can he share his screen so we can just see what he's trying to do, so everything can go smoothly?
I'm not using my laptop for this call, sir. I'm on a phone.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Wow. Okay, no problem. We are all developers, so we are developers. It's all about writing code and debugging. Write code and debug. I don't know. You just have to follow along. I don't know. You can't do it with your phone. You can't do it with your phone. It's not possible. You can't do it with your phone. The essence of this is for us to code along. If we can code along in this program, if we can code along this week, we have 3 classes and we can code along. You have gotten almost 50% of whatever is in this ecosystem. And I promise you that. David Sule, what are you saying? Can I be a part of this class, sir? Already you are part of the class? Okay. You mean, okay, no problem. You can. Any person that is interested, you can, so that we'll get you guys up to speed, so that no one is left behind. That's what we do in this GIDA. No one gets left behind. So back to our code. So I believe we have run the scab Cairo -run, and we have gotten some output on our terminal. If you have gotten one, please give me an emoji. I love emojis a lot. Okay. Now, that's good. Now, Let's dissect this little code we have written. Fn, that's the way we write functions in Cairo. I think just like JavaScript has a way of writing its function, Java his own function, PHP and whatever. In Cairo, we use Fn, it means function. Then we are giving the function a name called main. The syntax, the brackets and the curly brackets, you are familiar with it. It's not different from what we see in other programming languages. And we now know if we want to run it on the terminal, we use the command scarp cairo-run, and it prints out hello world. Now we'll looking at this function, it doesn't have any argument. Now we write another code that has an argument, so it helps us understand how to write functions better. Now type this function by num y q 8 let 1.38 let x Let's start with this first. This is a function that has parameter. You know, the first function we wrote, it doesn't have any parameter. Now we are writing one that has a parameter. I hope you've typed this function out, this code out. Okay, Christopher, you're on it. So what happens to the rest?
Still typing.
Katara. Okay. Let me show. Okay. Function my underscore num. Then in the argument, we have I type number, then a semicolon, then felt 252. Then I said I wrote this print line, my number. Who has finished? Ozemena, you have been quiet. Orlando Sanchez. Moses, how far? How far have you gone?
Still on it, sir. Still on it, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me explain this code. You know, like the first code we wrote, it was just to print out hello world. There was no parameter. But this one, we are having a parameter. The name of the function is my num. Then the parameter is a number. It wants it to have a number. And it will let it print out that number in this format in line 2. Now, like I've told you, I don't know whether I've mentioned it. This is the entry point of all Cairo programs, the function main. Now we go to the function main and we do a function call. And the function call, you know, it says it takes up a number as a parameter. So we put 10. Now, to run it on the terminal, it's just the same way we did that. We did the one for the hello world. We run scab Cairo run. Let's see what the output shows. Okay, it's like I'm having an error. Now, I'm expecting this. I hope you are you guys following? Hello? I hope you guys are following. Okay, I want to show you something. I ran the program. I'm expecting to get 10, but instead, I have an error. Once these kind of things happen, don't be alarmed. Just try to see where is the fault coming from.
I think
now it's showing
you wrote mom by instead of number. Where you pass for
beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to show. I made a mistake. Here is number. Here is number. So that is a mistake. Now, and he has pointed me that is on line 2. So what I need to do is to change it here to number. So what's here is the same thing that is here. Now let me run the script again. Now, it has run completed successfully. Just the same way, my number. Now I want to really want us to dissect this code. Have you people I hope you did run the program. Shioma, you are really doing well. Lame, you are doing well. You are doing well. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Orlando. Grace. Alex. Ayomedi. Chidi. Martin, you have been quiet. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we move. Now let us look at this code. The function is my num, and I pass a parameter. You know, unlike other most programming languages like Java, not Java, JavaScript, and Python, and even PHP. They just give you a variable. There is no means of identifying the type of variable they are giving, unlike Cairo. Once you supply a variable, you must specify the data type. That's the next stage we are going now. I supply the number as a parameter. I have to define the data type, and I defined it as a felt 252. Then line 2, this is the format I want it to get for this function to be printed on the terminal. Then down to line 5, the entry point of Cairo program, the function main. Then I made a function call. And I put the parameter 10. And on the terminal, we got this. Now that takes us to the next step. We are going to learn about data types in Cairo. Very, very important. Very, very important. When you were having the first class, at least I know the tutor must have told you that Cairo program is strictly typed. That's why we say it is strictly typed. Once you name a variable, you must name the type of variable it is. It's very important. Now let's go to the slide. I think I haven't dropped a link to the slide. Let me.
It's on the meeting. It's on the chat already. The link.
Oh. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Now we've done this. Now, Cairo, they have data types. Mainly, there are two data types: the scalar type and the compound type. What is a scalar type? It represents a single value. There are 3 primary scalar types. The other 2, I will call them secondary, but they are still scalar data types. Now we will now break it down so you understand why, you know, that first number from the last function we wrote. Why did I put felt? You understand why I did what I did. Now, let's look into these data types. Like I said, we have felt data types is large. This is how big it is. This means a very large number. All Cairo programs are felt by default. What it means that if you write a Cairo program and the data type, you don't put it, by default is a felt. Now we have the integers. The integers are from U8, which is 8 bytes, U16, 16 bytes, U32, U64, U28, U256, and U size. Now, what these things means that they are different byte lengths. They have different byte lengths. If you really don't, I know you might not really understand the grammar I'm speaking, but when we go to the code, you will see it. You will understand it better. I promise you that you will understand it better. Just follow along with me. Now we have the Boolean type. It's the same just like in any other programming language where we have bool. Bool is either true or false. So it's not different from what we have in other programming languages. Now we have short string, underfelt. That's AKA underfelt. And we have the byte arrays. Now let's go to our VS Code so that we look at these data types we have in Cairo. I clean up what we did before. I write my function name. Now, for you to write a variable in Cairo, you use the let keyword. Let my number. Now, what do I want my number to be? I want it to be a U8. And I specify it. I say my number is 10. And I say, let my name. I don't specify it. I use a single quote. John. Then I do another one. Say, let my story. I hope you guys are with me. Good. Okay, now for us to, let me explain this now. Integers. Let's go first with integers. I named the variable my num. and I gave it a data type of U8, and I gave it a value of 8. We don't have any problem with that because the byte length of 10 falls within this data type. But let's just assume I add another number. I don't know why this thing is not supposed to show some. Okay, it's supposed to show some error, but no problem, no problem. Now, integers, you can assign them data types from U8, U16, U32, U64, U128, and U256. Now, this one is a short string. Like I said, Cairo programs, if you don't assign a data type, it assigns it by default. And the default is a felt 252. And it's being represented by a single quote. Please, single quote, not double quote. A single quote. Then for byte array, they are normally bigger than short strings. You use double quotes. It means when you are typing something that is very large, something that is very big, you know, you need a large space, byte length that is big. Then you go for byte array. That's how you name them. Now, the other one is, let's do an example of let's say let's pass This is how it works. This is how we specify data type that we want to be a Boolean. Like I said, it might be true, it might be false. Mesomachukwu. Hello? Is Mesoma still on the call? Good. I don't know whether you understood what I've said so far. Any person that is still confused, please. Like I said, this is very important. We understand these basics because they are the foundations we need to move along and move ahead. So I hope we all understood how I define these data types. Integers could be defined assigned U8, U16, U32, U64, U128, or U256, depending on the size. And short strings, things like name, things, places, I will just call them, let's say they are nouns, is being represented with a short string. The good thing about this is that even if you make a mistake, the Cairo compiler will draw your attention to that. Have you guys typed this? I want you to type it so that maybe, you know, in the process of typing it, you might make a mistake. You might, you know, so you can correct yourself. Or we can look at the code and let's investigate and see where anything has gone wrong. Okay. Kingsway says, I understand. That's a nice one. Okay. With that, it's like we'll head over to compound data types. Okay, that's good. Now what are compound data types? Compound data types. Now, compound data types are data structures that can group multiple values together. In Cairo, there are two main categories of, I would say, primary categories of compound types. They are the arrays, dictionaries, and the tuple. Now we'll look at the syntax of how to design an array in Cairo. Now let's write a simple array. Okay. Function main let's mute numbers array. To array thread shit. Now, type this. Let mute numbers array anchor brackets. You put U32 equal to array thread semicolon. You do it 2 times new. That's where you initialize. That's a way of initializing an array. Who is the first to type? When you typed it, I hope, did you get any error, like any red squiggly lines? If you don't have any red squiggly lines, then you typed it well. You coded it well. This is a way of initializing an array. Now, I know there's something that we haven't talked about. In line 5, after that let keyword, we have a mute. This mute is trying to tell us we want these numbers to be changed. You will encounter it a lot. Because Cairo is not a, the variables are not mutable. But there's a way you can go around it by using a mute keyword. For now, just know that anytime you want to make the variables, malleable, or you can change them, that's where you introduce this mute keyword. Just have that in mind. It will come handy. I promise you that it will come handy. So now that is how to initialize an array. Now we want to manipulate the array. How do we manipulate an array? Manipulate an array. Manipulating this array is like, I want to add numbers. This array now is empty. Now I want to add some numbers into the array. How do we do it in Cairo? We do numbers dot append bracket 10. I want to add another number. I do numbers dot append bracket 20. Another number, numbers dot append bracket 30. Have you done this? Please, Lamel, you are really doing the work. I appreciate what you are doing. You are fast. You are really serious. Lamel from Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire. Is any person lagging behind? Please, if you are lagging behind, let me know. We are manipulating this array by adding numbers. Is any person lagging behind? Is anyone lagging behind? I hope we are all on the same page. I hope we are all on the same page. If you are lagging behind, please give me thumbs up. I will go back. Tell me where you are left behind. So, okay. Now, since you didn't get any errors, that means if I give you an assignment to manipulate arrays by adding numbers, it will be a piece of cake. Now we're going to look at the second way of manipulating an array. Manipulate an array by removing an element. Now, how do we remove an array, an element from an array? So we do pop-up. Let's remove the score element. equal to numbers dot pop front dot unwrap. Is take note of is unwrap. So if you want to remove an element from an array, we use the function pop front. Pop front. That's a function we use. And it normally pops up the first. Now, if we look at this code, I added another word. You know, I said we use pop front to remove an element from an array, and it starts from the first. Then I introduce another function. I say unwrap. Now, this unwrap, why we use this unwrap in Cairo is like, you know, Cairo tries to make things very safe, very safe. You know, what if this array, because this thing is computer, is garbage in, garbage out. It doesn't really reason like human beings. What if there is no array? What happens? There will be an error. Because you won't pop up something, an array that doesn't have any elements in it, any list in it. So that's hence we use this unwrap. Is like a checkmate in case this array does not have elements in it. Please, the code should not panic. That's the essence we are using it. So please take note of that. Remember the mute keyword, remember the unwrap. As time goes on in this program, you will really understand better why we use some of these things the way we use it. But just to keep you abreast of why we are using it the way we are using it. I hope we have written line 13. Let remove elements equal to numbers dot pop front. That's the function dot unwrap. That's another function. Sure, thank God. Yeah. Thank God you are right. Unwrap is for safety. Missing token Chidi. What kind of line? What kind of line? Missing token identifier. Chidi, where are you getting this error from? Hello, Chidi.
Hello.
Is Chidi on the call?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I
Hello,
can hear you now.
Okay. Like under the function, there is a small line like recom here. Then if I place my cursor on it, you say missing token identifier. I don't know why it's.
Okay, let me see where you're seeing that. At the end of every line, I hope you use a. Okay, I think he has a network program. Choma, you're right. I guess so. Now, if If you got everything right, this is what appears on your screen. This is how it will look like. Now I want to, I apply this pop front. Now I want to see what number, what is the removed element. Let's identify the removed element. So let me print it in the terminal. Print line. Anger. Okay. Let me run it on my terminal. Stop. Want to print out the removed element on the terminal. So this is the code. I want you to write this code out. Katara. Lamel Sano Katara. This code now I've written. We want to remove it from the array. And we use the function pop. It removes the first element. And the first element is 10. So that's what it got popped up. Like mine has shown is 10. If you wrote the code well, the same way I did, you will get 10 because that's the first number in the array. It's popping up. Now, let us look at another way of working with arrays. There's also another way. There are many ways they say there are many ways to kill a rat. There's also another way of writing an array. We'll look into that. Fixed array. We have fixed size arrays. If we want to write a fixed size arrays, this is how we declare it. Let numbers array U32 equal to array small brackets 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an array banger. This is another way. Please type it and please be saving your work, because as you move on, you will make references to all these things we are doing. They are the foundation. Whatever you are going to do in this ecosystem, these are the foundations. Now we are studying about data types. We study about how to manipulate them. Data structures, please, they're very important. Okay. Who did this? Who? Kingsley, thank God. Okay, that's fine. Now, there's another, let me go back to what I did before. I couldn't have cleaned it. Okay, we'll learn another thing. Get the index of an array. Get the index of an array. I want to get the index of an array. There are two ways to get the index of an array. Let's say I want to get the index of an array. I use numbers, then square bracket, no.
Ademola, are you raising your hand?
2.
Ademola.
Ademola. Okay, maybe he wasn't raising his hand. So this is the code to get.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, Ademola, yeah. I can hear you.
Okay. So I don't know what's wrong with my ID. When I run the code in the terminal, it does not bring the output. I don't know why.
Okay. Did you use scab Cairo-run? You sure you typed it well?
In fact, it says run completed successfully, but there's no output there. The same thing it did for the for all the previous this thing that I've been doing. I thought I could maybe it would solve itself as we go on, but it seems it keeps running successfully, but it doesn't bring the output in the terminal.
Okay. No. Wow. What do we do now? And the problem here is that most of you don't know how to share their codes on Google. Do you know what? For the people that have this problem,
I can share my screen if you want to. I can share my screen if you want to.
You can do that.
I can share my screen.
Okay, if you know how to do, let me stop sharing my screen so that you will show me whatever you want to show me. So let's see what's the problem. Okay. Please meet together.
Now?
Okay. I can see it.
Okay.
Please, can you make this thing to be a bit, the fonts to be bigger, please?
Okay. How do I do that?
Okay. I can see the. Okay, just use Control then plus.
Control what?
Control. Hold the one hand control button, then you press plus.
Is this fine?
Do another plus. Can't really see what's in. Okay. Okay, fine. Do you know what you do? Line 1. Remove that. You know, there are two functions, two main functions there. Line 1, remove it.
Yes.
Remove it. There can be two main functions there. Remove it.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Okay. Let's look at this thread. Let's wait. Just leave it there. Let's see where you made a mistake. No, go to that line. You know, these things, when you make mistakes, it shows you red lines. So you go to the red line here. This is where the mistake is coming from. It's okay. Just keep it there. Let's see missing terminal, missing semicolon. Okay. Let's see where you have
a colon there, not semicolon.
Okay, yes, there I can see. There is two. See, after the array threads, it's supposed to be 2 columns and not beautiful. You okay now?
Okay.
You okay? Then run it.
Okay. Okay.
It has run successfully. No problem. We didn't okay, print line. Can you go? Let me shift down. Let me see.
I can see the issue. The issue that you're unwrap, there is no space between dots and unwrap. There is supposed to be no space.
Okay. Beautiful. Kingsley, thank you so much. Simple things. Okay, I'll give you water. No problem.
All right, thank you very much.
I just run it again, and it's still not bringing
Run
the
it. Run it.
I just did now. There's still no output.
Okay, let's look at. Let's remove numbers, unwrap. Run successfully without this print line. Let's see what you got wrong there. Numbers pop front dots. Let me check my system. What? Let me see what you got. How many? Okay, line 9. That's line 13?
Yes.
Is that in after the? Is that in a curly bracket? Curly brackets.
Here.
Just clean it and type curly brackets.
It is a curly bracket.
Okay. See what you do. Comma. I'm coming. After that curly bracket, put a comma. No, you didn't even get it well. Oh, wow. See what you do. See what you do. Clean that was removed. Clean it. Was removed. Clean it. Then make the double comma to be close to the curly brackets. That's reduce that gap. Yeah. There. Run it.
Okay.
Run successful. Returning. You still didn't return anything.
I think this issue is from the way his main function is. You know, when he cleared the other one, the other one was housing this one. So I don't know if that thing still has an effect.
No,
Because
it
if you look
just
at
has
the
to be
left,
only one main function. It has to be only one main function.
yes, exactly.
I don't know
But
whether
if
I
you look
should
at
give
the
you my.
left,
Do you know what? The way we are going in this class, we're not really. See what will happen. Please, you people should have a meeting. We'll have a class tomorrow. It won't be part of this thing. Let's do people that have issues that are lagging behind, so we can get them up to speed. And we talk about all these errors we are experiencing and things. Please, you just discuss within yourselves. So
Okay.
that tomorrow in the afternoon, not in the night, in the afternoon, anytime in the afternoon, so that you bring your problem, so that let's see how we can dissect it and move on. So
All right.
what could be the error? Can't see. I'm not getting
The
that.
thing is that even when I did when I executed even the not so complicated first one, which is the hello word, it was not returning hello word in terminal.
Are you serious?
Yes, it wasn't. I thought it was
Why
just
didn't
maybe like, I don't know.
No. If you can't get hello word, a simple hello word, how do you expect to get more complex ones? Okay, please, let's we don't have much time. This class is for 2 hours. I think we are. Stop sharing your screen. I will look into this. So please. Okay,
I sent
what did you send?
something to the message. Just copy it and paste everything. Remove everything you have, then copy it and paste. Let's see if it runs.
Okay.
From the chat box.
Yes.
Yes, for the chat box.
Okay.
Kingsley, thank God. Just copy it from. It's not working.
Still the same thing.
That means this issue is peculiar with you. It's peculiar to you.
I haven't seen this kind of issue before. No problem. Like I said, let's try to meet. Just talk with your peers. Find out a time that will be convenient for us. It won't be at night, anytime in the afternoon. Let's say maybe from 12 to 5, anytime 12 to 5 or 6, so that people that have these issues, so that we run with speed, we meet up, so that some people will not be dragging us back and some will be too fast, so we can all flow in the same plane.
All right.
So please, you people should discuss any moment, any time from 12 to 6 that is convenient. Even if it's 1 hour or 2 hours, let's jump on the call and see how we can get things moving. So no one gets left behind. We all move together. Like I said, you guys are going to teach the next cohort. I ran mine. It got. Wow. So the way I want to round off now is please, you guys should have a meeting. People that are left behind, people that are having one problem, SCAB or their VS Code not working, any problem you have, please have a meeting. so that we meet tomorrow anytime from 12 to 6, from 12 to 6 in the afternoon, so that we can meet together. I wanted to give you guys assignment, but for the sake of some people that are lagging behind, please, we have to be flow in the same plane. So please meet, choose a time so that we'll have a class, a private class with you, so that we'll get things moving. Please, it's important. I wanted to give you an assignment, but I won't do that since some people are having issues or with their terminal or their VS Code or one thing or the other, so that tomorrow's class we trash it, so that when we come on class on Wednesday, we move faster, we zoom, then we do assignments. I hope that will be okay.
Okay, yes, I have something to say before we end.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Please, if you, I think they can hear you. They can hear you.
Yes, we
Okay.
can. I can hear you.
Okay, to add to what the tutor said, the best way to get used to these things is practices. So I advise all of us between now and the stipulated time you guys you have to meet that tomorrow or even Wednesday. You can be going through these things, going through them, and I promise you, by Wednesday or before the next meet, all these things will be easy for you, because this part of the course is very, very, very important. If you didn't get this, I'm not sure there's another thing you will get in this Cairo Bootcamp. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, you heard what Summer said. Summer was part of the first bootcamp, and now he's a tutor and a technical officer in this bootcamp. So that gets to show you that it's easy to learn this language. As he has said, just keep on practicing. Make enough mistakes so that when we come tomorrow, anytime you guys choose, let's investigate and fix all those problems so that we won't have much loads hanging on our shoulders. I think we have to call it a night now. Till next class is Wednesday. I wish you all happy coding, happy debugging.